It may take a decade or more to know for sure if your financial advisor is the right one, but there are a few questions you can ask at the outset to improve your chances. I'm Jack Otter, editor of BARRON'S.com. I'm here with Jill Schlesinger, a CBS Business News analyst. So Jill, we're here at the Barron's Top Women's Financial Advisor Conference. I'm going to ask them a lot of questions, but you are a former advisor, so you can give us the skinny. Before hiring an advisor, what questions do you need to ask?
I think the very first and easiest question to ask is, are you obligated to put my needs first? This is the so-called fiduciary duty, and a large portion of financial professionals are not held to this standard. I think that might surprise people. In other words, there's a whole group of people who have to give you advice that's deemed suitable for you. But it doesn't have to be the best advice for you. Only somebody who is bound by the fiduciary duty is placing your needs first. I think that's a great first question to start with.
A doctor is held to an equivalent medical standard, a lawyer is held to an equivalent legal standard, but not all financial advisors are.
No, they're not. I think all CFPs are held to that. People who are advisors, NAPFA, National Association of Personal Financial Advisors, are. And many advisors who work at large firms are held to that standard because of other things that are follow their name, other initials. Just ask the question to be sure. It doesn't mean that someone who doesn't have that standard is not a good money manager, but if you really want comprehensive financial advice, I think it behooves you to have somebody who is, by their duty, obligated to put you first.
And that's kind of related. The second question you want to ask is, how are you paid?
Yeah, I think this is so important. I don't know why we get so freaked out about it. I mean, I hate to sound silly, but like, you know, you're going to order a steak and not know how much it costs? Well, you might. But the reality is that you want to understand, is this a commission-based? Is it a fee-based, an asset under management fee? Is it a flat fee for a certain amount of money for a project? Ask that question. Now, if you get a little bit of pushback, you can ask a much clearer question. How much money will come out of my pocket or my investments every year? That will mean the fee for you, Mr. or Mrs. Advisor, also the fee to own the assets that you will be purchasing for me. When you have that information, you've got a much clearer picture of what you need to make up for those fees.
A lot of people don't understand that when they buy a mutual fund from some advisors, if they give them $10,000, a load is charged, and so they're actually only investing $9,500.
And sometimes it comes out up front, sometimes it dribbles out a little bit along the way, but in reality, if you understand what that fee is, you can make a decision. I prefer to have an asset under management fee. Maybe that's important to me. Maybe I'm just holding a whole bunch of assets that I inherited from my great Aunt Ida. I'm not going to trade it, and I'm willing to pay a commission if I were to make a trade. But in essence, without that information, how much am I paying? How can you determine whether someone's doing the right job for you?
And that leads to the third question, what exactly is the job they'll be doing for you?
Absolutely. I mean, look, you have to understand what is the scope of the services that are provided. There are plenty of comprehensive financial advisors who will do everything. They'll do a full-time financial plan. It will incorporate your kids' college planning, your retirement planning, life insurance, estate needs. There are other advisors who say, all I do is I manage bond portfolios. You want to understand the services that are going to be provided, the nature of the communication. Will I meet with you quarterly? Will I talk to you on the phone? Should we Skype? Just understand what are the terms of the engagement. And that way you understand whether your needs are going to be met or not by this professional.
Very helpful. Thanks, Jill.
Thank you.